everyone, this is Kathy Lean with your Crypto Crusher Top 10 Crypto Charts of the Week. Now, taking a look at how crypto has moved over the past week, I always like to say that crypto parallels the movements that we've been seeing in the equity market. And over the past week, we did have some aggressive declines in the market. We had that 1,000 point drop in the Dow, which coincided with Wednesday's kind of press lower in Bitcoin, but on Thursday, we had a really significant intraday recovery in the U.S. equity market, and that intraday recovery also coincided with the recovery in Bitcoin. So the question now is, where are we headed next? It's first and foremost, I think it's important to mention that for the most part, Bitcoin, and as you see, some of the other cryptocurrencies are consolidative. I mean, they haven't made new highs or new lows. Obviously not new highs, it's at the bottom of the chart, but it definitely hasn't made new lows. And it's just kind of consolidating, waiting to see what the direction is for the equity market. And the equity market in general, I think, is destined for more losses, in my opinion. I think overall, we are in a situation where central banks around the world are going to press the rate hikes in order to clamp down inflation. And as they press those rate hikes, you have and should continue to see crypto under pressure. So I don't think that there will be much of a relief rally in crypto, even though, as I'm recording this before the market open on Friday, it does look like we're probably going to get a nicely positive day in the markets. As long as stocks do not reverse themselves and end lower. Levels to watch in Bitcoin to the downside, 28,000. If it drops below there, would open up the downside to about this low here at 25,400. Although I would even say if it breaks below 28,560, that we could have that we're probably going to drop below 26,000. On the upside, resistance is going to be at the 20 SMA at 32,780. It may, with the equity markets pointing to a positive open on Friday, it may drift up there, but it could end up failing there. Ethereum, you can see that we kind of have a downward sloping channel in Ethereum, and that is consistent with the overall, what I expect to be the overall downtrend in crypto. So we're, touching the top of that trend line. Maybe it'll exceed it because we should be looking at a positive day for the crypto market, but I don't expect much more beyond that. And I expect, it to drift back down to 1900. Binance showing much more signs of a bottom. You can see that we have a upward sloping triangle, although I would say the top of the triangle is probably somewhere around there. And I think that it could break to the upside. I think that, on a comparative basis, it definitely looks like Binance coin could nudge upwards and break to the upside. Litecoin, not doing much, consolidative like a lot of the other currencies, not expecting much on this front. It actually looks a bit weaker than some of the other currencies, cryptocurrencies, and it does look like it may want to drift a bit lower and underperform just like it has, as of early Friday trading. Solana also looking kind of bearish, not much momentum that we're seeing in Solana at this stage. I do think that, we're in a position where, we aren't seeing much movement in Solana. And, my bias is to say that 60s resistance About 43 is support, and I think maybe it'll start to nudge upwards towards 60. Polkadot, just kind of consolidative, looking like a lot of the other coins. 12 is resistance, 8 is support. And let's look at the 4-hour charts. It looks like it's, there's a bit more pressure to the downside than upside in Polkadot. Cardano looking very similar to Polkadot pattern-wise. Resistance is up at the 20 SMA at 64 cents. Support in the near term, I would say, is probably at 45 cents. And the shorter term charts, this definitely is not a positive formation. It's rejecting the 20 and 50 SMA, so it looks like it wants to drift lower. Ripple, flame out candle here, also looks like it could potentially drift lower here and maybe head back below 40 cents. Doge, also looking kind of weak, looking like it wants to roll over. So it actually does look like, even though even though the equity market is up, the cryptos are not convinced that, crypto traders are not convinced that this rally is going to carry over into the crypto market. So Doge rolling over a little bit, 8 cents remains significant support with resistance at 9 cents. Last but not least, Shiba Inu. We're seeing some lower highs, lower lows, not as of early Friday trade, of course, but lower highs, lower lows. And I think, that it does look like it wants to continue to drift lower and remain under pressure. Don't see any chance of any material rally in Shiba Inu. So overall, it's looking like it's more of the same, which is that the crypto market remains under pressure. And as long as U.S. equities remains under pressure, that overall we don't expect much of a recovery in cryptocurrencies in the coming week. This is Kathy Lee with Crypto Crusher. I wish you all a great trading week.